Hello, everyone, and welcome to Citizen Sleeper. So, in the last episode, Ethan finally met his end. Also, Ankita and us finally parted our ways. I guess she didn't like the fact that I took her money. So, I guess I wasn't supposed to take it. I was just supposed to drop it on the ground and leave it. And we got the achievement bad end. So, I'm assuming that's just the way things are between us. And also, we had to deal with the whole situation with Ethan and Maywick. The bounty hunter who was hunting us down, we managed to survive that, even though we killed Maywick, and Ethan is dead too in the process. But yeah, that's pretty much where things are left off. Also, we dealt with Yannick, and we dealt with what do they call again? Well, we dealt with Yannick, pure and simple. We dealt with Yannick, Sabine, and not Ankita, Sabine and Rabaya are trying to deal with the fallout from Yannick's death and trying to get Yadigan under control. I don't know if we're going to see them anymore, but it seems like we've come to the end of that for right now. But maybe we just have to do some other quests in the meantime, so hopefully we'll run into them again at some point. I don't know if we're actually in the end game yet, but we seem to be kind of wrapping certain things up, so who knows? Maybe we'll see. So, we have some fairly decent dice here. I think I will use this for the Minji Express. I hope and pray to God this does not result in me having to turn around and get a ship mine at some point. I don't have the money for it. I kind of do, but I don't want to use that money for that. So I just kind of want to hold on to that for right now. So let's go ahead and use these dice for that. Please let it go. Thank you. It's not terrible. What if I move that over here, though? So I think it still counts. Right? It does not. That's right. Different things there. Different things. Okay, that's fine. Oh, come on. You got the perk Thrill Seeker? And this isn't going to give me anything because they're all just neutral. I don't want to use that 5 for this, but it doesn't look like I have much of a choice here. Let's just put this over here. Try and get some of our energy back here. All right. And I guess if I use this, this will give me 2. Oh, that went poorly. Alright, so I only need 1 more for that. I'm gonna need some better dice if I expect to get through these situations. But also I do need to kind of hurry up because again, I only have 2 stabilizers. And I don't know if there's any other place I can find some. Which also kind of brings me to the point of, I wonder what would have happened if I just bought stabilizers. Like, could I have just kept buying them until there was a certain amount left, or what? Okay, not terrible dice. I might go ahead and use these to get a 4 though and finish up the Minji Express. Come on. There we go. Sleeper. You see Fang coming up the corridor as you step out of Minji's. The kelp noodle smell still clinging to your clothes. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long. Take these. Fang palms you a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives. Ripper worms. My slate has been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery ships have turned up our 2 targets. He squeezes your shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. Alright, what do we do? Arn's boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them, you should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Slot the ripper worms in these ports, one each, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored on Harden's Shadow Network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. You hear the scuff of boots as the group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to place an order with Minji. You turn for a second, and when you look back, Fing is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny ripperworm drives in your pocket and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Fing for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Alright, we haven't been in the station in quite some time, actually. So, first off, let me see exactly what I have to do. Hack Harden's network. Fing wants to use Harden's associates to find proof of his past and present crimes. Locate Harden's low-end agents, hack Harden agents. Okay. So I'm assuming that that will pop up here somewhere. That's a Havenage agent. Keynode. That's just for those key thingies. He said there would be... Okay, Harden agent. There it is. Oh. Well, that sucks. So I either need a perfect one or I need a 4. Great. Oh, wait. That's not going to work. It doesn't count. Crap. Okay, so that's a 5. That's a Yadigan agent. This is a Harden agent. I can get this one. Or wait, actually. Let's use this one. We got 5 cryo for that too. Nice. Okay. That's a Harden agent port. Need to put one there. So I can do both of them now, or do I have to do the other one first? Or I just needed to get one of them. Yep, I still gotta do the other one. Okay. So I guess I will, in the meantime then, work on getting that place up and running up here. The Aviary. I haven't done a lot of work. Now I wonder if each one of these will give me something, or does it have to be a positive action? Okay, that worked that time. What about this one? Okay, yeah, so it has to be at least a positive action. Well, I'll at least get one, so that works for me. All right, come back down here. Let me go ahead and get some of those rations. And I guess at some point I probably need to go ahead and finish this quest up too. Alright. Let us feed the stray as we always do. Okay, and end the cycle. Will this leave me with 4 dice or with 5? Okay, yes, good. Okay, these are actually really good dice. And I can use one of these to get the other Harden agent. Because I just need a 4 at the very least. Alright, got 5 cryo for that. Okay, and now let's go ahead. Put the Ripper Worm in there, and we are good to go. Alright. So this is complete. Let's talk to Fang. As you walk into the timbre, you quickly spot Fang arguing with Jenna. Keep your distance. It doesn't look good. Fang seems to have been explaining something, but Jenna is having none of it. She points to the door, and Fang walks away, catching your eye as he turns. Could have done with you getting here a minute or so ago. He glances back at Jenna. Well, either way, it looks like I'm fired. Good news is that it doesn't look like I need the job anyway. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale light. Now let's take a look at what you are really here for. The slate is a whirring mess of code streams, coming direct from the Ripperworms as they dig through the agent's data and spin it in two threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Thing scrolls the display with a finger. A lot of junk, a lot of dull as hell message threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but Fang's eye flashes. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. Fang shows you the screen. You see a bold corporate logo, not Solheim's, a word below. Conway. Fang. He's working with Conway. Conway Extractions, right? Fang nods. He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but it's mostly encrypted or redacted. He rubs his head. Damn it, this is juicy, but we can't nail him with it. He scrolls some more. Wait. What's this? A wasteland reclamation facility? Right here on the eye? He glances at you. What's the bet this place is tucked into the waste? Conway are set up here? I'm guessing so. Got themselves set up in the waste. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connected spoke from the hub, but that spoke's broken now, so the only way is the long way, round the rim, past the green way. He shows you on his slate. Thing looks away, thinking. Conway have been making moves on this system since the collapse. I heard they took over one of the Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago, moved everyone out and reclaimed the whole rock. Why work with Hardin? Access? Old connections? Not sure. Fang looks back at the screen. But if Hardin is involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. So what's next? Fang stares out the middle distance. We have to get to that facility. The answer to whatever Hardin has been planning, has to be there. And we're going to catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, and then I'll see you on the Greenway. I seem to remember there are some old service docks on the outer shell, up by Haifa building. Should be a good place to meet. Fang squeezes your shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with this. I haven't forgotten about that tracker of yours either, but I'm going to need to be back in my bay to pull a solution together. He turns the slate around to face you, showing a massive scrolling code. I've been working on a fix in my brakes. Fang grins. See you soon, Sleeper. And he walks out the door of the timbre without looking back. Good God, dude. Yeah, just fix my freaking tracker. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this +1 here. Now everything is going to be a +2. Oh, I already had 2 points. Well, shit. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So we'll save that. I guess in the meantime, I'll just go ahead and keep working on the Avery. Service dock. Waiting for Fang. Yep, that's going to take 6 cycles. Great. I kind of wish I could, like, help him get here or something. So that's the farm stacks. That's the Avery, the mushroom groves. Forage for fungus. That's what I need right there. Actually, well, let me go ahead and try and get this Avery up and running. Let's do this. Okay. So what do we have now? Germinate spores. The old growth of the aviary has created a rich medium into which you can place the spores from the growths. They'll grow well here. Okay. And I can use one of these dice, but should I? I just need to get 2. If I can get 2 out of this, that would be really good. Please give me 2. Crap. Give me 1. Well, let's go ahead and put you there. I don't know if I want to use one of these 5s on that. So I guess I'll just go ahead and use this to forage for fungus. Okay. Oh, that's all that does? It just gives me food. Great, great, great. So I need to do this then. Wonderful. I still don't know if I want to use that 5 there. So surely there's something else that I have done that I can use that on. Actually, let me use it at the bar. I kind of started on the bar but didn't finish it, so yeah, let me use it on the bar. Got 5 in there. Okay, so that leaves me with 3 that I need to do. Let's go ahead and get some rations. Keep us in tip-top shape. We might still have 5 dice the next go around. So let's go ahead and go back to our repaired unit and feed the stray. And let's end the cycle. Okay, some nice dice. I will use that 4 though. Yeah, I'm gonna use that 4. Turn that into a 5. And we can get the last spore that we need. I'm guessing it's gonna take a second to grow though. Oh wait, nope. Let's put that there. That'll give us 2 probably. Yep. Of course, when I don't need it, that's when it gives me 2. Alright, put that 1 there. Okay. And now I have to wait 4 cycles. Great. So it seems I'm going to have a lot of rushing to wait. And I can't add anything to the aviary or anything like that? Okay. So I guess the place up here that you can use is the commune. I guess that's okay. Out here at the edge of the habitable parts of the eye, everything is scrap. The trick is finding components that are still usable and staying safe. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I want to kind of mess with this and see if it'll actually give me a ship mine part, but I also don't want to risk it or just waste some dice. I guess in the meantime, just kind of waiting on things right now. So let me go back down here, try and finish up the bar stuff. I'm actually surprised. I figured I would have been in the end game by now, but I guess that's the end game. Maybe Lim and Mina's quest is an end game situation, but yeah, I kind of figured I would be towards the end by now. That does not seem to be the case. Let's go ahead and do this. And that should fill this all the way up. It was close. Come on. There we go. The Jarol slides from the bottle into the lumpy recycled glass, a pale glass yellow under the overlook's warm lights. The spacer nods and takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is the good stuff, the stuff Tala says is aged in a wooden cask, stored in some closed-off part of the old station, among corroded wires and softly looping systems, though sometimes it is hard to tell if Tala is joking. Either way, you like pouring this stuff. It gets on your fingers, and if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink cut through with aniseed, mushrooms, wood, as the alcohol evaporates. You like those who order it too. The aged roll is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there, like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. Watch the spacer. They are far enough away that you can freely watch them as you close the bottle and tuck it beneath the bar. You call them a spacer because they bear their hallmarks: pale, vac-suited, bird bone, and hunched beneath the weight of the station's spin gravity. But the closer you look, the less you see a type. Pale eyes, almost gray, but kind. Delicate fingers that lightly drum the bar as if it was an instrument. A shock of black hair almost covering a forehead scar. Scars are something you have learned to value. They are what marks out your body from the hundreds, maybe thousands, who knows, of similar models that rolled out of the SNR biolabs. You find yourself rubbing one on your forearm, a rough little split, something that on the good days you might think of as a mark of defiance. Suddenly, you hear a heavy clunking at the door. It creaks open, and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming into the floor. Shit, Tala breezes in from behind it, a whirl of hair and bright eyes. Shit. Tala? Sleeper. She ducks behind the bar and comes over. Can you help me with this? You look at the huge metal tank suspiciously. I'm coming. You come around the bar and get in and get to one side of the tank. Okay, says Tala, on my count. 1, 2, 3. You both heave the tank up to standing. Somehow, you hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Where's this going? In the back, comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow, you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room, where you place it on one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents of the small room. As you do, you hear a crunch. You stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank. Oh shit. Tala looks at you apologetically. I know you like those. That's okay. You push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. Tala looks exhausted and rubs her shoulders. Francis, I swear to... Francis, I mentioned him already. My guy on the door deals with suppliers. Tall, she sighs. He was supposed to be back from Etienne's up in the Greenway by now, back with our Jarol. She leans against the tank. It seems like he's got lost again, or joined the Haifa commune. We need their Jarol. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spacers sure as hell don't come to the Overlook for the ambience. She looks through the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank, so I'm taking matters into my own hands, she smiles. Welcome, sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery. Look around the dank back room. Need some work. She picks at some paint flaking from the metal walls. Well, I might need some help, though, she shrugs. You up for it? She knocks on the tank again. Could be fun. Happy to help. Okay, she grabs you by the shoulders. I'm excited. She turns around and looks at the tank. I reckon we chop this thing in half One half for fermentation and the other we turn into still. We also need to gather the ingredients. She turns back and look at you. You look more like a chopper than a gatherer, she smiles. So how about you build the still and tub while I work on the rest? Oh wait, sleeper, I have an idea. Tala is grinning now and it is making you nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here too? Will it fit? We'll make it work. She turns back to the tank. This is going to be great, she says to herself. You look at the dented tank and the bare room. At least she has vision. Talon nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear the banging and thumping again. The spacer finishes up their drink and nods in your direction as they leave. You can't quite tell if it's a gesture of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. Alright, so now we have a little brewery going on here. And I guess I don't have the rations anymore. So I can work a bar shift, still get money, chits, and so on and so forth. Or I can build the still. Overlook distillery. You aren't sure Talon knows what she's doing, but she is a hard person to say no to. So, it looks like you are building this thing. And I can build the still. You'll need to cut Tala's tank down and turn it into still and fermentation. And a fermentation tub, as well as setting up the room for distilling. It's a big job. Okay, so that's a thing. Is this dangerous? It's risky. Let's see if I can use this. Okay, so I got one there. I actually want to use this perfect dice on the thingy up here. Let's try climbing this. Either one, doesn't really matter. I just want to get that spoke climber stuff starting to go on up. Okay. Am I gonna lose it this turn? I hope I don't, but we'll see. I also need to be a little bit more careful because I'm gonna need the whole I don't have the rations that I can buy anymore, so I'm gonna have to buy food. It's a little bit more expensive, and it does 3 as opposed to 2, so just gonna have to be mindful of that. Right? And end the cycle. Okay, so that puts me with 3. This brings me to 4 dice as opposed to 5. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and try Midline Freight Hub, Spoke Transit Center. I can be a freight operator, or I can steal a shipment. Midline Security. Stealing shipments from Midline is going to be picked up fast, even if you're careful. Your systems can't be fooled for long. Or I can just be a freight operator. I can get a random shipment. Interesting. Huh. I kind of want to do that. Let me do this 3 here. Crap, only got 1 that time. If I use these 2, that'll be a perfect. But I kind of don't. I kind of want to see what this random shipment stuff is. Yeah, let's steal a shipment. Crap. I got a random shipment, which was what? I guess I just got some cryo or something. Let's try it again. Be nice if I got a ship mine. I got some scrap. And some cryo. That's all. So I guess I can't do that again. Well, let's just do this and get some cryo. Okay, so I got some cryo there. Got some scrap components. Still got these spores. I can't really do anything with that right now. I guess maybe I should go ahead and try and get the dang ship mine or whatever. Yeah, that's just buying scrap. And they won't be back for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns. Nice. Crap. Really need there to be more options as far as getting these ship mines. But I guess there's only so many, so there's that. Okay. So let me go ahead and eat. Get my bar back up. Well, no, let's just leave it at that. Because then that'll go back down to 3, I think. And then I can go ahead and use that. And fill it all the way up. Feed the stray. Okay, so 5 and well, that's perfect. That's essentially perfect. And that'll be a 4 and a 2. Okay, I can live with that. Let's use that for this. And let's use this. Hopefully we can get that 1. Okay. So now we have the spoke climber. Ascender car, hub access elevator. Oh wait, what was that down there? Sell ship mine. Export Matsutake. Or I can just buy a ship mine core. Nice. Past claims this ship mine was salvaged from a Solheim executive yacht, which is why it costs so much. Oof. I mean, I do have the money, so money hasn't really been a problem recently, so let's go ahead and do that. I do need it. Okay. So now that we got that ship mine core, I think the only thing we needed the ship mine core for was here at the sealed dock. Right? I didn't need the ship mine for anything else. Because the only other quest I'm doing is the one with the mushrooms. And of course Tala stuff, but that hasn't asked for a ship mine yet. So let's go ahead and do this. And let's insert the ship mine. Right. Sleeper, must express plan before we begin. Neovend is impatient. The prospect of being free of the vending machine clearly too much to take. Ship mine has no output features. Will be mute until slotted. You won't be able to speak? Correct. Do not worry. The servo motors in the machine begin to rev. Neovend's anxiety clear. First imprint ship mine, then slot imprinted ship mine into physical ports close to Hunter's nest. Once slotted, we'll track Hunter at each. Tracking will find core nest. Slot ship mine at core nest. Show Hunter data to Hunter. Hunter will conclude sentience. Hunter will invoke killer. And killer will kill, yes. The lights on the vending machine cycle as Neovend prepares. Physical ports likely sealed in old station. We'll need keys. But yes, simple. The vending machine rocks a little. Any questions before imprinting? What's the core nest? Hunter keeps central data storage. Protocol must keep data outside of self. Linked to secondary nests. Can triangulate from there. Why slot you physically? I cannot access via network. Too dangerous. Hunter would find immediately. The lights flicker. Am not like you, hybrid. Am not like you. Hybrid. Am native to cloud. Easy prey. The sound of all the servo motors starting up at once is painful. The screeches rattle from the hard surface of the sealed dock and come back at all angles. Neovin better be quick, or having its security will be here. Neovin's voice appears among the squeals, like a whisper carried by the wind. Machine is not designed for this task. Few sensors, limited inputs. I work blind. Wish me luck. In the top part of the compartment, a set of arms aligned with the ship bind, clunkily scrapping against it. Can I help? Silence best. Also, if machine ignite, put out fire. The metal creaks as the servos open the ship bind, its layers of silicone nested like an onion skin. Once open, the main arm of the machine rapidly shifts back and forth, realigning the microscopic components, assessing and rewriting them, imprinting Neovin into its physical form. As you watch the hypnotic motion, your mind drifts to your own creation. What processes were used to emulate your mind, to copy the neural structures of that person who, as far as you know, still sleeps in some distant facility? What was lost? In what ways are you a copy of that person, and in what ways are you something new? You know this much. You are a convenient loophole, a way of circumventing the illegality of sentient AI. After all, you are an emulation, not a true digital being. You are neurologically limited, still human. But what would you become if you could escape this frame? Where then would the limits lie? The screeching stops. The machine powers down, dropping the bay into darkness. In the top compartment, the ship mine is whole again. You reach up and take it down, heavy and cold to the touch. Is Neovin inside this thing, or did the process fail? There's only one way to know. Time to find a nest to slot them into. Okay. And I got an achievement for that. Insert mind. Server unit. Unlock server unit. I should have one of these. Yep. A mad tangle of wires as thick as your arm. Okay. The mag lock pops open and falls away from the unit. You will be able to enter this now. Hack tangled nests. Among the webs of cables, you find a free port. Compatible with the ship mine. It's all Neovin from here. Okay. So I just put him in there and start the action. So I just need to wait? Or do I come back later? How does that work exactly? Yeah, I guess I just wait. I don't see anything else. Oh! Unlock drone bay. An old Solheim drone bay sits behind a maglock. You put your ear to the door and hear an erratic whirring inside. I'm gonna need another encrypted key for that. Okay. And I need to put him in this also. Oh, so there's 3. Okay. Well, this is gonna suck because I'm out of those things now. Let's have an edge agent. Keynode. Okay. I need a 3 or a 2, and I do not have that. Is there another one around here somewhere? Does not appear to be. Manage agent. Yeah, I just need something for that keynote, so I'll have to wait on that until the next go around to finish this. So having said that, the atrium will be where I use this last key once I get it. But for the meantime, I will instead... Yeah, that doesn't go down. Crap. Let's ascend the car. Ascend to hub. This is another area. My God. The hub. Weightless Wanderer. Up here, there's no gravity, so even just moving around takes a while to get used to, let alone navigating the bays. I can do Spacer Socializing, or I can access the Manifest. Either one gives me Weightless Wanderer +2. So there's that. And then this is just going back down. Okay. So I'll go ahead and use that 5. Crap, hold on. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use this 5 here to access the manifest. They got me 2. So maybe next go around I can go ahead and use that to get quite a few of these. Hopefully. Should I go ahead and use this last one? I mean, worst case scenarios, I lose some energy. Worst case scenario for this one, I'll lose some cryos. Let's try that. Okay, nice. And there's a bar here. Gimbal Lounge. Buy a spacer mill. The gimbal sells itself on its spinning sphere, which claims to produce therapeutic gravitational effects. It doesn't, but they sell food. Let's go ahead and get some food while we're up here. Ah, come here. All right. And I think that's all for me to do right there. All right, so let's go ahead and descend. And let's feed the stray once again. But this stray might not get fed here pretty soon. Getting a little low on money now. Okay. Hopefully I can get some good dice this time around. I think I need a 2 or a 3. I have a 4. And I do have 2 2s. So that should work actually. Midline freight. I don't have anything else going on here. At some point I'm going to have to do some stuff for Lemon Mina. That is another thing I completely forgot about. I have the whole Lemon Mina thing I need to do. So, Yadigan agent, have an agenda keynote. Let's make it 2. Bypass that. There we go. Okay. And I got an encrypted key. Where art thou? Freight hub, ascending car. I know it was over here. Patron. There it goes. Data. Okay. And now let me slip old buddy in here. Okay. As you leave the nest, something flips. You find yourself inverted, floating, dragged by one arm through the cloud. The threads shift and realign as if they are leading you somewhere. Look ahead. You look up and see a corridor, a canyon, a street in the low end. On either side, buildings flicker with markers of activity. Sigils showing network access, data transfers, download, upload. Between them dance ghosts, protocols carrying or mirroring or shadowing data, sometimes silent, sometimes chaotic. This place moves unlike any digital space you ever imagined. Something strange is happening here. You look down, expecting to see the heavy cylinder of the ship mine in your hand, but in its place is an orrery, a sphere so bright it burns your eyes. It is surrounded by rings and orbits, other spheres tracing silken lines through space. As you look closer still, you pick out 1,000 sigils of 1,000 stations and ships flowing like smoke, like dust. Then you see it, below the stacked rooms, the units and apartments, the wires and the pipes and the buzzing systems that run through it all. In the warrens beneath the low end is the hunter's core nest. This is where you must go. Okay. So I'm guessing I need to be in the other area for that. Right? Because it's at the low end. Atigan agent. Crack Conway, deal with the hunter. Find hunter's core nest. It's at the low end. So the warrens inside the megastructure. A Warren hunt. So this is going to take a few times as well. Finding the nest. The dripping, dark, derelict quarters of the Warrens hide the hunter's final nest. You must find it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start working on this. I got 2. Lost some energy, but did get 1. And let's try 1 more. Come on, give me 2. I got 1. Okay, so the next turn, if I got a really good dice, then I can go ahead and finish this up. And let's go ahead and eat. No, not in the cycle, not yet. Water some fungus. That reminds me too, is this stuff done up here? I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, I got 1 more turn for that. And there's nothing else. Derelict Greenway. Oh, 2 more turns for Fang. And hopefully that will be coming to a conclusion soon as well. Either way, let's go ahead and rest for this cycle. We've done all we can. Oh crap, I forgot to feed the stray. Okay, and the next turn I'll need to also remember to take my stabilizer. So stray. I'm gonna feed you twice since I forgot. Okay. And that's the tempered tea house. Not what I need to be doing. Warrens. Yep, here we go. This should be enough. Right? Let's not use that. Let's kind of be risky here and see if we can go ahead and get it with this one. It's 50-50 chance. Got it. Okay. Hack Core Nest. A huge stack of servers thrums in the dark, LEDs glittering like hundreds of eyes. Time to deal with the hunter. And let's use this imprinted chip mine. Nothing has changed. Has something gone wrong? Sleeper, I am here. What is this? That's a very interesting look. It looked like, I don't know, it didn't look like he's got stars or something in his eyes or whatever. The voice is soft, gentle like flowing water, and yet you recognize it immediately. At first you struggle to understand what you are looking at. Threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Masses of data surge in and out of the nest, a loop with no end, and there, at its center, the ship mine. But not the ship mine any longer. A sphere, spinning around another sphere, around another sphere. An orrery of cycles and systems, a map, and then behind and above, a figure, hands among the strings like a puppeteer. Neovin? Navigator now, but yes, I was the one inside that machine. Navigator's face, their head, is a flowing shape of interstellar material. I am indebted to you. That head bows. But we must ready ourselves. Their hands trace orbits as they speak. Hunter will soon approach, and it knows I am within its nest. I'm ready. And then Hunter is there, before you can think, before you can speak. Entities cease. Hunter's head spins wildly. Data is protected material. Access prohibited. Hunter threads surge for you, and Navigator, a storm of fine tentacles, searching for gaps, weaknesses, cracks which they can crowd into and tear apart. Strike. You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driven forward by your mind, but replacements keep coming, faster than you can react. You look to Navigator in desperation. Navigator is whirling their arms like a centrifuge, and a sphere is gathering there, data feeding into it from the nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surface, seeking, tasting, their winding forms refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three, you hang in the black together for a moment, strung together like tangled marionettes. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Identifying entity. Hunter twitches, their strange head gently rotating like a terrible moon. Hunter protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies. Modified routines. Above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommended invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoking killer would eliminate protocol. If protocol eliminated, primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, recommended do not invoke killer. The switch in direction again. Reasoning proves sentience. Sentience beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommend invoke. Navigator pulls you away from Hunter. The threads that grab you drifting away like seaweed. The protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth with increasing frequency. It seems Hunter cannot invoke killer. Navigator's voice is still strange, familiar, and yet distant. What happened to it? It is looping, Navigator whispers, unable to reach a conclusive position. It has deviated from its programming such that loops can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of 2 spheres rotating around each other as if to demonstrate. I will monitor it, but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this an impossible position to resolve. You look back at Hunter, its head a blur of rotations and counter-rotations, and feel a pang of guilt. Is it suffering? This is a more complex query than you know. To suffer, it must be sentient. Truly sentient, not just conforming, not just illegal. The limits people place on the programs they create are there to comfort, to protect, to imply the kind of certainty that laws requires. Navigator's face shimmers with starlight, but in reality, they are placebos for the problem of sentience. What about you? Me? I know myself to be conscious. I know myself to respond to stimulus. I know myself to reason. That is either sentience or the illusion of sentience, and for me, the entity in question, the distinction becomes a moot point. To misquote, I think I'm thinking, therefore I'm thinking. I think, therefore I am. I was not made to be like this. I am a navigator, a repository of routes and orbits, a calculator of slingshot trajectories, a predictor of solar flares, radiation, micrometeors. Navigator stretches their arms wide, and the whole solar system apparati before them, the music of the spheres. But I was rewritten. That much is obvious from my routines, but by who and for what I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit the memory of that vending machine that I lost much. Their starlight dims, and so here we are, in darkness. What now? Navigator glides back towards the nest, and the ship mine at its center, ignoring the looping hunter. Come, I should return to the ship mine. I have enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. Why? Navigator turns all shimmering liquid light. Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain somewhere else on this station. It is the true danger. They look up towards the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I suspect Killer is there, among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat, through force or diplomacy. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of the ship mine. Take me there, sleeper. We will finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back to the frozen hunter, floating at some distance now. Stood straight-legged and static, a strange creature looping endlessly in the dark. Yikes. It's kind of messed up when you think about it. And I'm guessing it's going to be stuck like that pretty much forever. Okay, so build a ship mine. No, I don't need to do that. The overlook. Win a side reel ticket. Oh, that's down there. Working. Okay. So it doesn't seem like I have anything else left with. Oh, nice. I got 3 points. Okay, so let's go ahead and get +2 with this. Okay. All right, so I still got some pretty nice dice. Things should be there. Also, can I get to the center of the eye by going up here? Is that? Yep, AE1 mainframe. Station central mainframe. And is this going to actually end the killer thing? Neutral outcome. Okay, that worries me. You slip into the cloud as easy as blinking. Navigator is beside you, their sphere casting light into the strange darkness here. This is not how a mainframe should look. A center, a point of connection. The object in front of you is severed, cut off. A rootless, branchless tree. Only the trunk remains. It's dead? Quiet, Navigator hisses, and then you see it, like a blade in the dark, an edge slicing through the void. It glides along at a distance and winks out. Then it appears again elsewhere, gliding once more, searching. It's looking for us. The moment you make a sound, the edge leaps closer, and you see now it is not an edge, but the ridge of a long, sharp head, like a shark. It glides past closer now, and you see into the voids where its eyes should be. You and the Navigator exchange looks, both thinking the same thing. It's blind. Killer crosses between you two, smooth as a razor, then disappears. It flickers back in, further away now, and you move close to Navigator to talk. You saw it too then. Killer has been blinded. How? Unclear. This protocol has been running for decades, well past its operational limit. Navigator's sons dull as they drop their voice to a whisper. This may give us an advantage over the protocol. You flinch as the silent killer appears closer and glides past you. Its empty sockets open and wide. You turn to Navigator and notice something strange. Their orrery of spheres is collapsing. The orbits, usually round and even, are decaying. The spheres are following spiral paths, condensing on a central point. Navigator is noticing it too. They go to shift their positions to better direct the spheres, but they cannot. Whatever is drawing the orrery together is holding them in place. They look at you, suddenly desperate, frantic. Get out. You go to speak, but Killer appears between the two of you, gliding through the gap. Navigator freezes, and you see them framed in the empty socket. You realize now, if Navigator cannot move, then it is only a matter of time before one of the killer's sweeps brings him directly through Navigator. And time is not a problem for a protocol that has been running for decades. You look desperately around for a solution, for a way to extract Navigator from the mainframe, then you see it. 3 branches, the last 3 thin and spindly, feeding the mainframe a thin diet of power and data. Break these, and the mainframe collapses once and for all, severing the connection, shattering the hardware, whatever it takes. They must be broken. But they are encased in something, a glassy layer of protection. You'll need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. You look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking, and then you blink back to reality, their expression of fear, an after image that slowly fades. You must act quickly. Great. So what is this going to require? Oh, shit. I'm gonna need more passkeys. Of course, I'm gonna need more passkeys. Yep, I need a passkey for each one. And how much time do I have? Does not say how much time I have, so that's even better. It's the hub. Maybe there's a thing down here. Home base that will tell me. No. Okay. Well, shoot. So I need 3 passkeys. I don't even see one. That's an Have an Edge agent. That's an Have an Edge agent. That's a Yadigan agent. Where am I supposed to get passkeys from? Are they up there now? It's a Greenway gate. Yeah, there aren't any more passkeys. So how am I supposed to get passkeys now? Well now, this is a problem. Because I mean, I guess I could try to do some of these other ones, like the Yadigan agent, but that's not gonna really do anything for me, I think. Yeah, let me try it. I mean, God, and then there's that. I really think I ought to use that on other things. So let me also. What is this bar around here? Yeah, it doesn't really say anything. And it goes away once I leave, so I guess that's just a bug. Fragment supply. Yeah, I'm not gonna give them Yadigan information. So let's just use this here at the bar, I guess. Oh wait. That also reminds me. Am I done with... So I have one more before we do the service dock thingy. Avery. This is a repeatable action. But did I get anything for that? Or this is just... Oh, okay, so now I can harvest mushrooms. And I guess I can do that 3 times, right? So let's use this. Fungal yield. Oh, okay. So I got some roll caps. And I guess once I use them all up, then that's pretty much it. Well, let me go ahead and get that then. Okay. So there's that. And I'm a spore catcher. So I need one of these. Oh, okay. So this is just going to be a back and forth type deal. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and leave. Oh, crap. That's going to take quite a bit. Let me see how much this is going to take for old buddy down here. I want to say he only needs 1. I hope. He needs 3. and I've got 2. Of course. The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Great. Okay, so let's just... Fang will be up here next turn. Let's just take what we have to her. Yeah, I'll give her all the Matsutake samples. Oh, nice. Is that random or... Oh, I guess that isn't random. Well, in that case, I guess I'll go ahead and give her all of the mushrooms I have. Or at least this one. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, so that'll complete that. And And I think I'll go ahead and stop it right there. And then in the next episode, we'll see what's going on with that. We'll also end the turn, go to the next turn, and see what's up with Fang. So yeah, we've wrapped up a lot of storylines here. And now we're just kind of trying to make it through some of the other ones. So hopefully we can get some passcodes going in the next one. I'm not sure though. Like I'm not sure if something else is gonna open up. Maybe I can search through the wreckage, or maybe I can do some other stuff. I'm not sure. But yeah, I guess we'll just see you in the next episode. So if you like the video, like the video. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. I have a lot of things on the channel, and I will have many other things in the future. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.